welcome to day 9 of post-loose skin recovery surgery. As you can see, I'm standing up a little bit more upright. I haven't had to use the walker as much. I still have a little bit of a crouch, a little bit of a pinch that I'm trying to bring because of the tightness. It feels like gradually my skin is adhering to me being able to stand up straight, but I'm not taking the risk of like, oh, how straight can I stand? At this point, I can walk unassisted a little bit more, but I'm definitely, over the course of time, going to need just some sort of relief. I'm going to have to probably lean on the counter at some point during this video. And then at times I do get out of breath because I've got the binder on, which you can see here. So the binder's still on. I've got a drain still in. They still have yet to pull this one. It'll be pulled on Monday, and it's still filling with fluid. So it's not much, but I'll definitely have it pulled. And you'll notice some lumpy parts here just because I still do have some of the gauze over the incisions, and I notice some wet spots. I usually check it twice a day, and it usually has some little bit of like scabbing spots on there. So I just like to, instead of this kind of high friction product or material on the incision, I like to put gauze and then put this over it, and I just feel adhered or protected. So it's day 9. Feel like I can get up unassisted, but I do have to take calculated arm movements and calculated steps. So I have to be cautious where I'm putting my hands, make sure it's secure, and that way there's no slight movements, sudden twists. I've been in the car a couple times, and that's probably the toughest, I would say, as far as a sedentary position, because there's a tendency to lean back, especially in the car, and crouching forward is always a good kind of safe feeling. Like this, even if I do it more, it feels a little bit better. So wanted to spend day 9 just to say that I feel 5% better. So better than I was, if you remember day 4. And I look back on that video and I'm like, man, I was in it. And I was. And it just, there's no glamour about it. Anyone that says that it's, oh, I'm having light pain day 3, you can get out of here with that. If you're, especially with if you're having a tummy tuck reconstruction, I'm numb in places. I still got drains. I still got probably scabs from the drain that got pulled out that's still trying to heal. This is a lot, and for it to just be beautified, like just some light pain today, decided to put it on my, I don't know, whatever I've seen on social media is a little bit of a stretch. So I just want to keep it real. It's rough. The first week is rough. We're here, we're getting better. We're 5%, but we're not all the way. Still have little pinching, still have little stretching. I haven't shared this off as much just because I've got a huge rash. Found out I was allergic to a chlora something. It's essentially the chemical for after the, as I itch, after the procedure, kind of the cleaning material. That essentially is what I'm allergic to. And it's and I've mentioned before, it's a T inhibitor. Again, I'm stretching. I don't know if I'm saying anything right, but essentially my body is allergic to it, but it doesn't react on the first time I'm exposed to it. It reacts the second time. And so since this is the second surgery I've had, then it's reacting. And so it's everywhere from my legs all the way through my back and on my incision area. But there's slow little pink areas that are beginning to heal and tighten. I think you might be able to see the top end. If I share the top here, you can kind of see, hopefully, the top end of the incision. It's essentially glued together. You can't see the stitches, but I guess there's internal stitches that kind of keep it closed, and then there's glue on top. I'm slowly noticing some of the glue kind of fading, and it just looks like both of my skin is just there, but I can't see what's keeping it together. So that's where it leads to a little bit of the mind trip, like I don't want to make any special moves, especially when I have it open, because I don't want it to see it open. I don't want it to open. I've seen plenty of videos where there's problematic areas, like, oh, this wound won't close. I can't do that. So wanted to actually take a moment on this video just to talk about the nutrition side of things, to kind of something to think about, some things that I've been doing and focusing on. Arnica and something known as moringa. It's a enzyme in pineapples that helps with not only incisions, but helps also in recovery of surgery, healing, cuts, bruising. It's plant-based. I got it at Vitamin Shop. You can also get it on Amazon. Found it cheaper on at Vitamin Shop, and we just did a curbside pickup. Picked it up. I take that 2 or 3 times a day, and incisions are looking good according to the doctor. So, you know, it's not like I can say, when I had surgery before and I didn't take it, it looked like this, and now that I'm taking it now, it looks like I can't do that. But I'm taking it. I've heard it's beneficial. Others have sworn by it or signed off on it, so it's been beneficial. So I'm taking it, and we'll see how the incisions look after that. Nutrition-wise, taking those 2 optional things, but making sure that I get greens and collagen in. I've got a super greens powder that I put in a smoothie with a collagen. So usually this is what my smoothie once a day will look like. I'll have almond milk, I'll have some sort of berries, either pineapples, mangoes, a mixed berry from Costco. Then I'll get super greens, put a little bit of the little bit of the Too Good yogurt. It's a lower sugar, higher protein yogurt. And then I'll put in collagen. I have like scoops or like a supplement size, and I put the serving size inside of it. Mix that up. I have that once a day. Body gets the super green nutrients, gets the collagen, gets good protein from the yogurt, got the berries for antioxidants. It's kind of my recovery cocktail, as I would say. And so I would definitely focus on getting something like that in every day. That way you're providing as much nutrition to the body. I've noticed on this particular recovery, because I've wanted to focus on lean protein, that's a big focus. The doctor said it, others have said it, I've lived by that in my weight loss of 300 pounds, is lean protein, focusing on protein. I'm getting protein by the pound by the places that I typically go to. Great Mexican place called El Guro nearby. I get the El Pastor, carne asada, and the chicken by the pound. Mix that with some white or brown rice. It's an easy, simple meal where I know I'm getting some good carbs, I'm getting some good protein, and it's a simple meal. Brisket. There's a barbecue place here nearby, Reggie's. They just make some amazing brisket. I'll get the brisket by the pound. It's flavored and seasoned, just the best that I have tasted in the local area. And so I'll get that by the pound. Focusing on protein. I'm getting my super greens and collagen through my smoothie. I'm getting my good complex carbs through rice, through oats. It's nutrition. I'm instead of sitting with a bag of chips, getting these high sodium, high salty snacks that can add up in calories. Yes, I need calories because I'm doing a lot of recovering, but I want to find as many whole foods as possible that I can use to recover. Hi. Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm just making a video.
Hi.
It's too tall for you to be in it.
Dad.
I can't pick you up though. I can't pick you up. I got 6 weeks until I can pick you up.
Don't do it. Don't do.
That's what the doctor says, 6 weeks.
Don't do.
Oh, the stool inside there. The stool's not there. I think the stool got moved to the kitchen.
Huh?
So we're balancing all this chaos. Let me get this balloon, which is the means of fun entertainment. Keep you uppy if you are a Bluey watcher with kids. But nutrition, big focus. Protein, big focus. Nutrients, super greens, collagen, been really focused. Hydration. Let me just talk about, you gotta get your water in. Over 120 ounces is what I'm taking in every day. I like fruit in my water, so I've been putting fruit and mixing that with water. It keeps it a little chunky. I like chunkier water. I like putting chia seeds in there. Water, nutrition. You're sedentary, you're not doing much movement, you're not active, you can't pick up who you want to pick up. Like my daughter, I'd love to pick her up right now, but I've got to wait at least 6 weeks before I can do anything like that. And so nutrition has been a huge focus. It's not an excuse just to eat and binge on chips and cookies and whatever else. It's a time to focus on nutrition because you got to give your body the best it can potentially have to heal itself. It's got a lot to do. It's working overtime right now. So giving it the best nutrition to work overtime is big. I just mentioned something that I wanted to expand on real quick as far as, let's see, 6 weeks. I can't lift for 6 weeks. Can't work out. Healing. I'm going to be doing plenty more of these videos, so it'll probably be something I think of later and then I'll bring up at a later time. But this is day 9. We're approaching day 10. Feeling a lot better mentally. But I'm not in that I feel good, I feel like I can work out, but I can't work out because of the time. No, I still feel like I can't do much. Sitting in the car for 20 minutes is enough of an indication of like, oh, like I need to sit down and put my feet up. I think on another video, I'll probably talk about some weird feelings. Like I'm getting this peeling in the area, and I can't really show it, but right below the bandage area, right below the shorts, it's kind of in the left pelvic area. It's an area where how do I approach this? This area hasn't seen the light of day because there's always been a stomach that has overlapped it. So it's going through this peeling that it's almost like a chameleon coming out of a new shell. Like, oh my gosh, we're seeing the light of day. Like, what is that? It's almost like my skin reacting to the sun. Like, what is this? There exists light. Because it's been dark the whole time. I've always had the stomach that's been so big that it's overlapped. And that now that it's completely flat, it's like, oh, we're out and about. We're going to be out and about for quite a while. So it's a little different. Swelling, experiencing swelling. So that's one thing to be prepared for. You're not going to see swelling go down once you are off, say, pain medications. I'm going to be swelled for quite some time. There's still a tube in me, and so I still need to get that out. So there's going to be some healing that's going to need to take place. And so we're right in the thick of it. But day 9, give you an update. It's kind of where we're at. This is more or less where the pads are to kind of over my incision. But yeah, my incision's all the way up there. I'm going to be bringing my shorts all the way up here, which is wild. But my belly button is right here. My belly button's always been super down because it's always been hanging. So kind of a weird, different feeling and body dysmorphic. I feel like I'm going to say that word a whole bunch during these updates. So standing up a little bit more. Haven't had to lean too much on the counters, but I'm definitely winded where I need to go sit down after this. But thanks for checking in on day 9, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Take care.